ODD, already know it's me, so what you asking for? Shorty bad and I just bought a bag and I ain't asking for it. She just bragging, I just send a jet to Maybach out the port. We be fly, we be cashing out. Come keep me company. Shorty bad, so I'm a good. Got diamonds on her teeth. Treat her good, she know I'm a boss. I'ma keep it P. Brody told you just pick a side, get her out his J. Feel the pressure when it come. With my heart on my sleeve, I can never ever fold. Mama praying for a G. Gotta get it, gotta go, gotta grind to a B. If I want it, I'ma get it, cause the pressure on me.
Let's go.
Pick a side to go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Pick a side to go. Pick a side. Yeah, yeah. Pick a side to go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, right on. It's the daily drops of Dexter Dewayne. Dexter Dewayne. Let's just get into it. It's funny how life will start to move in the direction that you want it to move in as soon as you start taking the steps. There's an old music video from Michael Jackson. It's Michael Jackson's song Beat It. Well, actually, no, it's Billie Jean. I'm sorry, it's Billie Jean. And in the music video of Billie Jean, there's a sequence where he's standing outside and he steps, and every time he takes a step, the spot he steps in lights up. And I know it's not too deep, right? He takes a step and then that thing lights up, and then he takes another step and that one lights up. But the steps only light up when he's moving in a direction. So I just think it's amazing how we can sit on something for a really long time, waiting on some sort of traction to be built. But when you think about tires and traction, you can't possibly build traction until your car starts moving. Like, your car's just sitting, it's not going to move. So how do you know if you're getting traction or not? You only find the traction that you need to get to where you're trying to go until you only get the traction that you need to get to where you're trying to go once you start moving. So yeah, let's just get into it. A lot of stuff has been happening and aligning itself in my life, and I'm grateful for the way God has not only allowed me to have certain situations in my life, but all of the things that he's protected me from to allow me to keep moving in the direction I'm moving in. And I was listening to a sermon, and the pastor was talking about resetting. He was talking about rest and resetting and taking a break in order to become better. And that message really resonated with me, because the idea of going and going and going until you're completely burnt out is real. It's real. It's something I've felt. I just kept going and going and going until I, eventually just burnt out. So that is real. Yes, it is. But let's play devil's advocate for a second. If you say that you're going to take a break from breathing, you will not last long. If you're going to take a break from going outside, you're going to develop some things you don't want to develop. So he talked about resetting, he talked about taking a break, taking a pause, Sometimes that is necessary. But you have to also use discernment and figure out what do you really need to take a break from. Are you taking a break because you feel like it's time to realign yourself? Or are you taking a break because you're ready to give up? And it's easier to frame it as, oh, we're taking a break. But in reality, you didn't want to see the situation through. You had an idea for something. And before it can even sprout, before you can even plant the seed, you've already pivoted to something else. You've already changed your mind. You've already had 20 ideas before you can plant one, before you can execute on one. You've had 100 ideas. You've made 100 friends. You told 100 people that you're going to do this, that. But before anything could even build that traction we talked about earlier, you have already pivoted in another direction. So what does that mean? Oh, well, I pivot. So what? It doesn't have to be that way. You can win. That's the good news. You can win. You can have everything that your heart desires. You can win. It's possible for you, for me, for anyone. No matter where you are, it is possible. But the key isn't to pivot. The key is to press. The key, sometimes, again, using discernment, is to double down. I was just thinking about some real life examples of a guy who doubled down in the wrong way. He doubled down on copying someone else's formula. And it's not working out in the way that he thought it would. It's kind of like the movie where, there's a superhero and the superhero is loved and respected by the city, and the supervillain decides that they want to be just like the superhero, so they do all these things to be kind of like this superhero, but everyone knows that this supervillain is not the superhero because the superhero just has this thing that the supervillain or anyone else can't replicate. So the supervillain is trying to use someone else's formula in order to win. But the way God works, he has different blueprints for us. So one person's blueprint is not a one size fit all. Everyone has different experiences and different characters, and there's certain roadmaps that work for certain people. So going back to the guy I was talking about earlier, this guy has wasted probably at least 10 years trying to be like someone else, and is very vocal about his disappointment that he is not getting the love and support and the good jobs and the claps for following a formula that wasn't his. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm an advocate of taking something that worked and adopting that philosophy. I'm really big on that. But that only works if you're Frankensteining it. You can't just take someone's whole flow. Right? You can't take someone's whole entire flow and say, hey, I'm just going to be that person. Well, that person already exists. But if you take a little piece from this person, a little piece from this other person, a little piece, you basically find yourself in other people. Like God created us all. And you can find different parts of yourself in different people that you meet. So if you just took a little bit from this guy and then a little bit from this other guy and then a little bit of this and a little bit of that, he could have became something very unique. But because he tried to be a carbon copy of someone who already exists, the marketplace is going to reject that because the person he's trying to be already exists. So he asks the question, who is he? Why would I get the cheaper version of this guy when I can get the full, like, why would I get the appetizer when I can get the full course meal? What I'm saying is you can win. You can win by doubling down on what makes you you. You won't win trying to double down on stealing someone's flow and claiming it to be yours and doubling down. See, this guy, he was the king of doubling down on a flow that wasn't his. And he found himself very bitter about it, very frustrated because, again, the output was not looking like the other person's output. But when you're doing your own thing, you can't be disappointed by the output because the output never existed before you. You're being uniquely you. You're discovering yourself through other people, but at the end of the day, you're being you. And when you're being yourself, there's no losing. You can win. Just pick a side, double down on yourself, and you got it. That's all I got out here.